say the ocean is mapped and understood, but what if its deepest trenches still hide creatures once thought to exist only in myth? From enormous shadows rising beneath divers to terrifying shapes drifting through pitch-black waters, each encounter challenges everything we believe about the sea. Here is 1 hour of scariest mythical monsters caught in the ocean. Deep underwater, the camera glides through the dark blue, catching soft shapes drifting in the distance as the light fades. Everything moves slowly, almost too quiet, until something unusual floats into view, holding still like it's watching from beneath the silence. The camera draws a bit closer, letting the shape shift as its glass-like head catches the light, revealing soft glimmers inside. Then it slowly turns, rising with a steady drift that makes the moment feel stranger, as if something unexpected is about to happen. The drifting shape hangs in the dim blue, its glass-like head shimmering faintly as it rises, turning the quiet water into something strangely expectant and unsettling. While sitting along the North Pier with a morning coffee, a moment shifts when faint movement ripples across the low-tide water. Something partially rising and sinking draws his attention, its shape unclear yet impossible to ignore as the surface stirs. He finally sees part of a large form breaking the surface, moving steadily beyond the rocks at Tynemouth. Only a curved section emerges before dipping again, resembling the reports linked to the Loch Ness Monster, though here the sighting unfolds. What he captured may be only a fragment of something much larger, waiting beneath calm water for another unexpected witness. Walking along the quiet beach at night, the group of friends notice something peeking from a narrow hole near the shoreline, each step slowing as they try to see what hides inside the darkness while sensing eyes fixed on them below.
Hold on, wait, let me move away. I'm terrified. Okay.
That is psycho.
Go, someone touch it.
That is the creepiest looking thing I've ever seen. Oh yeah, you just moved.
When they shine their lights, a dark creature with bulging eyes rises slightly from the hole. One friend extends a spear toward it, giving a cautious poke before the creature snaps upward with sudden force and sends them stumbling back. They retreat, unsure what hid beneath that opening, realizing the encounter might be something they should never approach again. Far from the shore, a diver swims with slow, steady strokes, fully aware of the huge shape moving somewhere below. She keeps her pace calm, knowing she is choosing to stay near whatever waits in the deep beside her tonight. As she looks upward, the wide outline of a megamouth shark appears beside her, rising through the dark water. She continues swimming, intentionally staying near its slow path while keeping her movement smooth and controlled to avoid startling the creature. She keeps her distance as it drifts away, knowing moments like this rarely happen so clearly in open water. Fog surrounds his kayak, leaving him unsure of what might be nearby as he fishes off the Big Sur coast. He checks his new camera angle, unaware that something behind him will only be noticed once the footage is replayed. Later, while reviewing the video, he sees a large shape appear in the water as a swell passes behind his kayak. The creature is visible for only a moment, leaving its form unclear and its size difficult to judge. It never shows up again, leaving him unsure what moved below that morning in the fog, unseen until playback. A film crew shoots footage in lock foil when a massive disturbance breaks the water's surface. They initially suspect a whale, but the sheer scale of the object moving past the boat suggests something else entirely is in the loft.
What is that? See it? Is that a head? Look at the size of it. Massive. Here, get this on you.
Someone watches from a closer vantage point and instantly realizes this is no known animal. The dark shape cuts through the waves like a legendary monster rather than a fish. The team keeps filming.
What is that? You getting this?
Could an ancient creature be living in these Irish waters, or is something far more deceptive at play here today? Divers explore the deep currents off Japan's west coast when a colossal shape emerges from the abyssal gloom. This is a life form that rarely surfaces, known mostly through stories or when it washes ashore. The massive animal reveals itself to be a magnificent giant squid, measuring approximately 2.5 meters in size. Its presence confirms the tales of its existence in these waters. Watch as the rare sight prepares to vanish completely. What secrets does this ghostly marine giant carry from the crushing depths of the ocean before slipping back into the void? The EV Nautilus team explores the pitch-black depths during a recent overnight dive. Suddenly, the camera catches a dramatic movement, revealing a strange and rarely seen deep-sea cephalopod. Its startling form confirms the mystery of the crushing darkness below the surface. This magnificent creature is the vampire squid, known for its dramatic scientific name, Vampiroteuthis infernalis. It earns its nickname from its deep coloring and distinctive red eyes. The animal is no blood feeder. How many other mysterious and dramatically named animals wait for their first close-up in the unexplored dark waters of the world? A solitary kayaker floats silently near the Isle of Man coastline. The water is deceptively calm until a vast shape rises just beneath the surface. Something massive approaches the tiny vessel, revealing an incredible scale as it prepares to glide past. This majestic creature is a basking shark, the second largest fish in the world. It swims calmly right next to the kayak, its enormous mouth opening wide as it filters for plankton. The quiet feeding brings the two face to face. The kayaker gets an unbelievable close-up view of this gentle giant, creating a powerful and unforgettable moment deep in the ocean. A person moves slowly through the clear, sunlit, shallow waters while recording the environment. Suddenly, their foot nearly connects with a strange disturbance right beneath the sand. Something unmoving and camouflage catches their attention, hinting at a hidden threat nearby. The person focuses the camera on the spot, revealing a rare and highly poisonous stargazer fish. This perfect ambush predator lies perfectly still, waiting for its next meal or threat. Does the swimmer realize the intense danger they face from this cryptic, silent assassin of the shallow seafloor right now? A NOAA scientist's camera investigates an oil tank structure submerged 526 meters deep in the ocean. The footage is dated 2006. Suddenly, a strange shape drifts into the artificial light, moving with an eerie, unnatural grace in the deep water. The mysterious creature streaks past the camera, offering a terrifyingly brief close-up of its faint form. Is this merely a deep-sea fish? Or does the clip reveal a legendary figure? Its long, pale body suggests a cryptic half-human myth rising toward them. What is this unidentified figure captured over a decade ago by the stunned NOAA team in the cold black abyss? A stationary GoPro camera rests silently on the floor of Jervis Bay, Australia. The remote view captures the quiet activity of the local fish population. Then the sand suddenly shifts, revealing a perfectly camouflaged predator lying in wait just off camera. The hidden animal is an Oryctolobus hale, a type of wobbegong carpet shark. As a small fish swims too close, the shark executes a shocking lightning-fast ambush. Watch as the powerful predator lunges from the seabed, demonstrating its lethal speed. What incredible savage behaviors go completely unseen beneath the waves when human presence is totally absent from the ocean floor? In the cold currents off Awashima, Japan, something truly ancient slowly surfaces. The camera captures a creature often nicknamed the 80-million-year-old shark. Its startlingly rare appearance suggests a living fossil emerges from the black depths toward the surface. This incredible fish is the frilled shark, a rarely seen predator of the deep sea. It moves with serpentine grace, offering a view of a body unchanged by millions of years. The crew records this prehistoric encounter before it vanishes again. What other creatures from a forgotten geological era still lurk in the unexplored, crushing blackness of the ocean's abyss right now? A remotely operated vehicle inspects a drill wellhead over 3,700 feet deep in the Indian Ocean. The camera pans across the extreme depth. Suddenly, a strange form drifts into the light, moving like nothing terrestrial. Watch closely as the mysterious organism begins a startling transformation near the ocean floor. The creature's structure dramatically shifts right before the ROV thrusters catch it. The powerful output pulls the strange animal toward the lights for a frighteningly close view. What is this unidentified deep-sea life form captured so far from the surface, and what caused its shocking shift in shape? The camera scans a patch of muddy ocean floor, barely spotting a massive predator. The creature is completely covered in thick mud and perfectly hidden. Suddenly, the ground shifts violently as the huge animal breaks its disguise and begins to move. The creature emerges, revealing itself as a stonefish, one of the most venomous fish known to man. It is clearly in no mood to sit still and immediately starts jumping and lunging across the seafloor. The sheer scale is shocking. Does the massive size of this highly venomous fish suggest an intense danger lurking unseen just beneath the shallow water? The camera pans on a dark, muddy ocean bottom, focusing on a strange, eel-like creature. This jawless, primitive hagfish begins to twist and burrow into the soft sediment. Its powerful body searches for a hiding place deep below the muddy surface. The ancient animal uses its flexible form to rapidly dig and tunnel into the seafloor. Its unique mouth and dental plates work to pull its entire shape down into the dark mud. Watch as the strange creature disappears from sight. How does this peculiar survivor thrive while hidden, waiting for its next meal beneath the undisturbed ocean floor in its burrow? Divers enter the water and set a heavy chum bag near a rocky drop-off, hoping to attract nearby salmon or mullet. Within minutes, a large, uninvited creature cruises silently into the area, heading straight for the powerful scent of the bait. A wobbegong shark immediately claims the meal, dining on the burley with brazen authority. The shark finishes the chum and then suddenly turns, lunging directly toward the person with startling speed. Watch as the predator commits to the attack. The diver escapes the shocking lunge, fortunately unharmed, left only with the chilling memory of the shark's hungry, aggressive nature. The ISIS ROV dives 2,400 meters deep to the East Scotia Ridge near Antarctica in the Southern Ocean. Here, life thrives in the lethal heat of hydrothermal vents. The camera scans the volcanic structure and suddenly a strange new organism appears. Scientists identify the magnificent find. A brand new species of sea star, the very first known to call these deep-sea vents home. This discovery reveals the Polystereidae, a new family. Watch as the camera captures this stunning survivor clinging to the vents. What other incredible life forms are evolving right now in the intense, unexplored heat of the planet's deepest volcanic fissures and abyss? A diver explores the quiet ocean floor and finds a rare wolfish hiding in a crevice. He offers an urchin as bait, but the fish ignores it and suddenly attacks. Then suddenly the wolfish lunges at him, and the diver barely avoids the aggressive bite. A person films the clear, shallow water near the shore when something strange glides into view. This object is of typical jellyfish size, yet possesses incredibly long, thin, trailing tentacles. Its chilling presence suggests a creature acting in an unusual way.
E aí, cara, alguém me consegue explicar o que é isso aqui? Tá andando embaixo d'água? Alienígena, velho.
The creature's bell structure seems ordinary, but its unsettling extended movements suggest something else entirely. The fine, flowing tentacles contract and extend with an unsettling, unnatural rhythm. Watch as the camera captures the full and mysterious action of the cryptic animal.
Tá respirando embaixo d'água. Mano do céu. Galera, que bagulho doido.
Is this truly a common jellyfish, or does this small, creeping form belong to a darker, unknown resident rising to shore? An industry ROV scans the seafloor near a drilling site, over 1.5 miles underwater in the Gulf of Mexico. Suddenly, a rare alien shape drifts into the light. This enormous visitor remains unidentified in the 2007 footage. The strange animal is the Magnapinna squid, or big fin. It appears with huge elephant ear fins and 10 long, strange elbowed appendages. Unlike other squid, all its arms are the same length. Watch as it drags its tentacles across the seafloor. What is the true purpose of this magnificent squid's bizarre long-armed form, captured by industry's deep-sea cameras over 1 mile down? The camera captures a vibrant, beautiful creature crawling along the Mediterranean seabed. This strange animal is the bearded fireworm. It boasts wonderful colors that draw the eye. Its slow, mesmerizing movements mimic a terrestrial caterpillar moving across land right now. But beneath this dazzling beauty lies extreme danger. The worm is covered in highly poisonous bristles. These sharp spines inflict intense pain and fever upon contact, proving nearly impossible to remove. What is the true purpose of this magnificent worm's powerful venom, given its bright colors and deceptively slow movements underwater? The camera from the EV Nautilus descends to the dark ocean floor, searching the unexplored depths. A ghostly, smooth-skinned creature suddenly swims into the ROV's bright beam. Its large, pale eyes are perfectly adapted to the perpetual blackness of the abyss. This mysterious animal is a deep-sea chimera, often called a ghost shark by scientists. Its body is rigid and strange, propelled by massive bat-like pectoral fins. Watch as the rare fish glides effortlessly through the water, revealing a living fossil. What secrets does this ancient, alien-looking predator hold about the survival of life in the deepest forgotten part of the sea? The ROV Sebastian descends into the pitch-black water near the Alka vent field. The camera searches the mysterious habitat deep below. Suddenly, a gelatinous and fragile form drifts silently into the bright light, revealing long, pale tentacles from the abyss.
I'm running out of time.
This beautiful creature is an unnamed deep-sea jellyfish, a resident of the Pescadero Basin. Its translucent bell pulsates with an unsettling glow near the volcanic vents. The team watches the phantom glide effortlessly through the current before it slowly disappears.
So I push this button? Good morning, everyone. Live from RV Falcor in the middle of the Gulf of California. We are a new team of biologists that have just boarded the ship.
What incredible life exists in the intense heat of those volcanic fissures? The deep holds many secrets we still cannot fathom. The aquarium glass contains a patient predator that never moves. A strange anglerfish waits motionless. Only its tiny lure is the only source. It gently twitches its antenna, casting a false picture of the movement across the silent tank floor. A small shrimp is mesmerized by the flashing movement and begins to approach the mysterious object. The anglerfish holds perfectly still, its huge jaws ready for the ambush. Watch as the shrimp gets close, the predator instantly strikes and swallows it. The silent hunter resets its lure and remains perfectly still. This strange creature understands patience. The deadly cycle now begins again. The camera gets a close-up view of a massive fish with a huge forehead and thick lips. A diver pounds repeatedly on a hard shell on the reef floor. The great creature watches the strange activity with an intense focus. The diver prepares to offer the broken clam meat to its hungry audience. The large fish knows this ritual and grows impatient for the reward. Watch as the wrasse suddenly lunges forward toward the shattering shell to claim its prize. The giant fish makes its demand known through sheer size and aggressive hunger. This powerful animal takes what it wants now. The camera rests silently on the cold floor of Jones Sound in the Arctic. Suddenly, two massive, shadow-like forms emerge from the gloom toward the bait. They are oceanic hunters, true giants of the far north, moving impossibly slow. These Greenland sharks glide effortlessly past the lens, their skin dark and textured like rock. They barely stir the water as they approach the bait, their eyes searching for food. Watch as they circle the lure, showing no haste or fear. How long have these cold water giants survived the Arctic winter? Perhaps they are hundreds of years old, a living history. The shallow waters of Mexico's Sea of Cortez suddenly hold a strange, ribbon-like spectacle. Two immense silvery forms glide slowly near the shore. These mysterious giants look like sea serpents from myth, shimmering in the sunlight for the astonished crew.
Oh my gosh! And I'm taking a movie of it.
I did. That is enormous.
These creatures are oarfish, rarely seen outside the crushing abyss. Each fish measures more than 12 feet in length, rising from the depths to the light. Watch as they gracefully propel their huge bodies through the shallow water for a moment. These mythical sea serpents grant a lucky few a profound view. They disappear just as fast. The deep reclaims its mystery. The Nautilus team searches the deep waters of Papahanaumokuakea Marine Monument. A strange creature with a massive pouch-like mouth appears in the beam. Its jaws inflate in an instant, ready to swallow much larger prey whole. It gains a unique look.
What? What? Wow.
Looks like it. Is it bored? Is it like
Is he mad?
yeah.
Touch it.
Is it just?
Look! Oh, my
my
god!
goodness.
Look at that!
Oh
Wow!
my goodness.
Look at his
Oh
little
my
face.
god!
He's got like googly eyes.
I think he ate too much.
Yeah.
What?
This strange fish is the gulper eel, whose huge mouth works just like a pelican, earning it a Muppet-like look. Yet this one is likely a juvenile. The species grows up to 3 feet. Watch as it closes its powerful jaws.
Wow.
Wow.
We really ticked him off.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
What?
Are those like the gill archer? The gill?
Some kind of...
What is
Whoa.
it?
Wow. It just got so big.
It's all bladder.
Oh my god.
That's his defense. Like, let me
Oh,
blow
yeah.
up.
The cavernous throat expands in a flash, creating an immediate vacuum. Escape becomes impossible once caught inside. The deep sea never waits. While diving at night in Cozumel, Mexico, 2 divers scan the dark reef. A long, slender creature snakes into their beam. It moves quickly toward the surface and it begins to flash with internal light. The sudden illumination attracts their attention right now. Beyond doubt, this strange animal is the exploding worm, known for its bizarre reproductive ritual. Releasing glowing segments in a startling bioluminescent burst, the worm stages its greatest show. What an amazing sight for the divers to witness the rising segments. The light serves as a signal to potential mates. Wherever it occurs, this brilliant display represents a desperate reproductive race. Life rushes on. As the NOAA team explores the Channel Islands Sanctuary, a strange sphere appears. The object glows with a rich purple color. It possesses a snail-like foot, but it shows no sign of a shell. Initially mysterious, this orb intrigues scientists right now.
On the left,
Yeah, the purple.
Good
Purple
spot.
blob.
Great minds.
Purple blob.
Blob is
What is
purplish.
that? I've not
Teeny
seen
tiny
before.
mama
Go ahead and zoom in.
octopus.
Yeah, coming
That's
in.
my finger sport.
It has the. It does
Oh,
the,
what is that?
I actually have
Hold
no
on.
I don't know what
idea.
that is. Could that be a salp or a type of a tunicate?
Unlike pluribranch sea slugs, the creature is now identified as a volutinid snail. Discovered in the deep, this marine life is a member of a distantly related group of snails. Researchers at Harvard study its RNA and use micro-CT scanning for answers.
Brad might get it.
We might be in an all-out battle here right now.
All right, zoom in again.
Oh, no.
Come on,
I'm
buddy.
almost never referring
What
to
if it's an egg sac of some sort?
It could be. I mean, it's just
Because it's got a little embryo type
Well,
thing
I don't
inside.
Maybe it's a spider egg sac.
Let's leave it then. We don't want to mess with spider eggs.
Maybe he's...
The data confirms a striking finding. Because it is so unique, this orb represents a new species for the world. Discovery continues now. Down in the frigid and silent Antarctic depths, a vibrant shape emerges from the ocean floor. This massive form drifts above the sediment, a translucent presence that should not be able to defy the crushing pressure here. Watch it now. This bizarre creature, known as the headless chicken monster, is actually called Enypniastes eximia. It begins to undulate with an unexpected grace, spreading its flowing wings of tissue to propel itself upward. It is a break from the seabed rules. Its rise is a silent escape to the unknown territory above the floor. Did it just disappear into the void? A giant shape moves just beneath the surface as a group of surfers spot the immense animal near the coastline. They quickly paddle their boards into a tight formation, caging the massive whale in a ring of paddles and intent.
Surfers on a Sydney beach got more than they bargained for after paddling too close to a giant whale. A helicopter circling the coast spotted the giant mammal, which was soon surrounded by a group of surfers who then broke government guidelines by moving.
After a few tense moments, the massive whale begins to express its displeasure with the sudden confinement there. It snaps its immense tail, launching a column of ocean water into the air. The tail misses one board by inches only.
Within 100 meters of the whale's swimming area. At first, the whale swam peacefully beside the surfboards before appearing stressed and lashing out with its tail. The surfers were encouraged to leave the whale alone over loudspeakers, with officials concerned after a swimmer was hospitalized last year after an encounter.
The shockwave of ocean power leaves the surfers shattered and drenched in absolute fear. They will not forget the warning. A man walks along the shoreline when his eye catches a disturbance far out on the water's horizon. He quickly stops moving and pulls out his phone to capture the strange event. The object starts to move slowly in parallel.
We are looking for the Kraken. Whoa, that there. Thought someone just popped out of the water. So big just moved. Look at that. So big just moved.
The man speaks into the lens and names his target as the Kraken. It is a mythical sea monster known for its colossal tentacles and massive size. This legendary giant squid can destroy any ship. The dark form passes by.
Just right there. See that puddle? What the hell's that? What the hell's that? There's something in the water, guys. Can you guys see that? There's something actually in the water. That's not a wave either. What the hell is that?
The camera focuses as the object faintly comes into view. Is this the Kraken, or is it something else? A man walks along Ballston Beach during June of 2018. He stops and pulls out his phone when his eye catches a strange shape out past the waves. The large object is floating motionless. He begins to record. The camera focuses upon the water to reveal a long, dark, serpentine form. This massive creature is floating still behind the whitecaps. It is a colossal animal of unknown origin. Its true nature is not clear. The sight is chilling. The man records the frozen beast with shaking hands and a held breath. Is it real or a clever fake? From the boat's edge, a soft disturbance trembles across the surface, hinting at something dark slipping beneath, as though the water guards a shape waiting to be noticed without offering even a clear outline of what moves below this calm.
Look at that.
Then the tension deepens as the mysterious figure rises in brief fragments, leaving the captain torn between calling it an alligator, a whale, or something far less familiar. And just when the surface steadies, a slight motion hints toward more. Yet the stillness that follows sinks inward, carrying a quiet dread about what deeper presence drifts unseen beneath these waters. Near the oil rig's towering frame, the ROV drifts through dim blue water, catching a faint distortion ahead that hints at something massive suspended in the deep, as if the sea holds a shape it struggles to fully reveal in silence. Moments later, the drifting veil of Deepsteria enigmatica unfurls before the lens, its translucent sheet rolling in slow folds. And just when the camera draws closer, a shifting ripple within its surface hints that something deeper is reacting to attention. After it drifts away, a cold uncertainty settles, wondering what else moves beyond reach where forms rewrite themselves without warning. Amid the divers drifting over Kakani Thila, something pale wavers near the reef, hinting at a small, unusual presence that feels strangely out of place, as if the water briefly reveals an outline waiting to be understood without fully forming. Then, the moment sharpens as the white frogfish glides into view beside one diver, its pale form matching the reef, and just when the scene steadies, a shift in its posture hints that something unexpected is about to unfold soon. Yet when it fades into the reef's quiet tones, a lingering question rises, wondering what intent touched that silent space. Along the rugged shore of Unalaska, something slender gleams in the cold surf, hinting at a presence rarely seen so close to land, as if the tide itself hesitates before revealing a shape that doesn't quite belong in these shallows. As the waves pull back, the lancet fish appears in full view, its long body catching the dim shoreline light, and just when it seems still, a faint stir along its edges hints that something else is preparing to shift. Even after the water wraps around it again, a quiet unease lingers, wondering what brought such deep life this close. As EV Nautilus moves through unknown stretches of the deep, the ROV's lights sweep across the seafloor and reveal a still outline resting flat against the sediment, hinting that something unusual waits beneath the drifting haze without offering a sign.
Oh, look at his little face.
Oh, we gotta go get a shot of that.
Oh, I love it.
Batfish? Oh, is it?
Little Timmy.
Oh, yeah.
we
saw one of these on our watch. I think
Yeah,
it's a
you're
batfish. Oh, he's so weird. Oh,
Look at him.
Our batfish was a bit cuter. This guy's like very toothy.
He has a lot of attitude.
When the camera eases closer, an anglerfish appears at last, its chin lure suspended above its quiet frame, and just as the view steadies, a muted tension in the moment hints that something unspoken lingers beneath this still scene.
Attitude. It's
Wow.
pretty symmetrical.
Is this in the anglerfish family? It is. You can see a
Yes.
little lure down there. Oh, hello. Hello.
How big can they get?
This
Does anyone
particular species, or?
know? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
At least 30 centimeters.
This is so cool.
But it has a chin lure?
After the lens shifts away, a cold question hangs softly, wondering what hidden intent rests inside creatures waiting far below. Inside the sunken ship's dim corridors, the camera catches a heavy presence lingering near a rusted doorway, hinting that something enormous waits within the broken metal, as if the wreck itself shelters a shape too large to ignore in silence. When the lens draws closer, a massive grouper fills the frame, its broad features drifting into focus between beams of filtered light. And just as the close-up steadies, a slight shift in its gaze hints that something deeper remains unread. Even as the camera moves on, a quiet chill lingers, wondering why the wreck holds creatures watching from forgotten corners. On Tamarack Lake's calm surface, a broad rise breaks the water just enough to hint at something huge beneath, as though the lake gently reveals a rounded shape drifting with steady weight, leaving everyone unsure how close this presence sits. When the shell lifts a little higher, its size suggests a turtle far beyond the ordinary, earning the nickname Tammy, the Tamarack Lake monster. And just as the surface steadies, a soft tilt of the shell hints that something more waits. After the lake settles again, a quiet unease lingers, wondering what roams deeper where stories grow before truth ever surfaces. At 1,443 meters, something pale lingers in the dim glow of the ROV, hinting at a quiet figure poised in the water column, as though the seafloor offers a glimpse of a creature waiting before deciding whether it will show more. Then the tripod fish drifts into view, its delicate fins lifting in the deep, and just as it eases away, a small turn of its body hints that it might pause to consider the ROV before settling back into stillness. Yet after it fades from sight, a quiet uncertainty lingers, wondering what decisions deep creatures weigh before turning toward lights. Out on the water, a heavy pull starts on the line, hinting that something huge is hidden below, as if the sea is holding back a shape that is close to finally being seen by the man holding the rod above.
%100% confirmed it's a sawfish. It's like 15 feet long. It's enormous. No, I'm losing my mono, no.
Then the sawfish finally shows close to the surface, its body measuring over 17 feet and weighing about 700 pounds, and Josh feels the weight through the line, knowing this is the rarest catch of his life so far.
That's gonna get it. Does that have a tag in it? I don't know. It's got a big scale, man. Does he have a tag? No, those are suckers. Dinosaur. It's an absolute dinosaur. You know what? I don't feel safe trying to get that close. I'm just gonna cut it, guys. It's gonna fall right out. He's not hooked. He's not hooked.
After the line goes slack, a quiet chill hangs, asking what other giant shapes still wait hidden in this sea. Over an unexplored rocky rise near Davidson Seamount, ROV Hercules moves through dark water when something pale slips across its lights, edges lifting like soft wings, as if the deep shares a shape before letting it slide back into darkness.
Octopus up in the column there.
Oh my god, is that the Dumbo?
Dumbo.
Oh,
We got the Dumbo.
You get rewarded after all those sea pigs.
All right, valet crew. Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna paint it with the lasers, and I'm gonna turn them off for some really good imaging.
Okay.
If we can get a
Expose
speaker out
that.
there.
Let's get as much as we can.
Oh, and the world loves a Dumbo.
Then the Grimpaduthus octopus comes clear, 60 centimeters long, flapping its wing-like fins before inverting its webbed arms, ballooning out to show 8 rows of suckers, while the camera follows through coral and sponge fields on the first Nautilus dive.
Okay.
If we can get a speaker out there.
Let's get as much as we can.
Oh, and the world loves a Dumbo.
Get one more shot with the lasers here. You ready?
Ready, Bryce?
There it is. And it's gone.
You got it?
Yep. All right.
All right.
There we go.
Oh, hey, big fella.
Oh, changing color.
After the lights move on, the dark feels different, as if something still watches from that quiet cliff of water. In the clear water, a diver holds his camera steady as a small shape drifts close, hinting that the curious triggerfish wants a better look, almost as if it is trying to figure out what this strange thing might be. Then the fish pushes in even closer, staring right at the lens, its colors bright in the water, and just when the moment feels calm, it suddenly snaps forward toward the camera, leaving the diver frozen as the bite comes. When the fish drifts off again, a strange silence hangs, wondering what made it test the edge of that moment. On the ocean floor, something small shifts in the sand, hinting at 2 shapes moving with slow care, as if the sea lets the divers witness a pair of hidden creatures trying to blend into the quiet world beneath them. Then the first frogfish, bright yellow and hairy, crawls across the sand in its odd way, while the second one follows close, both shifting like slow little walkers on the bottom, and just when they seem settled, they pause again. What other strange lives move out here, crawling through places too quiet for most to notice, waiting in the dark? Out on Loch Foyle, something small drifts near the surface, hinting at a shape that doesn't look like any leaf or creature at first, as if the water is trying to show just enough to raise a quiet question inside. Then as the camera zooms in, the odd shape shifts in a slow, unsure way, looking almost like a leaf one moment and something alive the next. And just when the clip seems clear, the movement in the water returns. What strange thing sits under that calm surface, waiting for someone curious enough to notice the shift behind its stillness? Off the rainy Halifax coast, the fog settles heavy over the water when something tall shifts far in the distance, hinting at a shape too strange to name, as if the mist lifts just enough to suggest something waiting there. Then through the gray fog, faint motions rise and fall, long shapes moving like slow arms or loose ropes, their outlines shifting too gently to trust, and the haze keeps every detail blurred as the scene stays just out of reach. What if those drifting shapes were the Kraken itself, waiting behind the fog to show more than anyone is ready for? At Elphinstone Reef in Marsa Alam, a dark shape rests between the corals, hinting at something large waiting in the cracks, as if the reef itself is holding a secret creature that slowly lets the water show only small pieces. Then the massive moray eel comes into view, opening and closing its mouth in a steady, slow rhythm, its head filling the frame while the rest of its body stays tucked deep in the reef, and the calm feels tense. What waits deeper in that narrow gap, hidden behind the rise and fall of those silent jaws in the dark? On the green water surface, a small bubbling patch starts to rise, hinting that something below is pushing upward, as if the pond holds a shape trying to slip through without showing too much of what waits under this calm. Then the green water breaks, and a strange face lifts into view, frog-like with red skin, dark hair, and human hands rising through the surface. And just when the moment settles, the shape pauses as if deciding how much to show. What if this really was a kappa, waiting for someone curious enough to notice it rising from the green water? At over 1,000 meters down, ROV Tiburon moves through the dark when a thin shape drifts into its lights, hinting at jaws wider than anything seen this deep, as if the water reveals only pieces of a creature waiting. As the view sharpens, the Pacific viperfish appears, its fangs long and cold like bars guarding a wide-open jaw built to trap prey, its belly lit with dim bioluminescence that helps it hide against the deep dark as it waits. What creature chooses such still depths, ready to lift those jaws toward anything drifting close enough to lose its chance? In the murky water, a thick outline moves just beneath the surface, hinting at something far bigger than expected, as if the river is slowly pushing a giant shape close enough to see without showing all that waits below it. When the view clears, the massive sturgeon appears up close, its broad head and heavy plates filling the frame, the long body sliding past with calm, steady weight, and just as the moment seems still, the size of it sinks in. What old story follows a fish this large, moving through dark water like something older than anyone watching above knows? In the deep Gulf of Mexico, ROV Deep Discoverer drifts through the dark when a thin shape moves slowly ahead, hinting that something unusual is gliding through the quiet water, as if the ridge itself is letting the cameras notice.
What do we have here?
Hello.
It's interesting.
Wow, he looks like he's just eaten something very large. And is now waddling off.
What is that?
As the lens steadies, the black swallower comes into view, swimming in a slow, steady path, its small body moving with calm rhythm, while ROV Sirius keeps the lights fixed, and just when the scene seems clear, the fish turns.
Very large pectoral fins with maybe a parasitic copepod attached. That long yellow white string. Is this Chiasmodon? Is this a black swallower? Somebody from the mainland may be able to help us on this.
The food is...
What might this little predator hide in its shadowed depths, waiting for the right moment to show more than expected? Through the underwater camera, something slim moves out of the dim water, hinting that a curious shape is drawing closer, as if the sea is letting the viewer catch only pieces of what is about to rise near the bait. As the shape clears, a spiny dogfish swims close, circling the bait with slow, easy passes. And just when it seems calm, the fish snaps forward and takes the bait, only to feel the sudden pull of the line above. What instinct drives it upward, choosing a moment that turns quiet water into something far less certain than it seemed? On the ocean floor, a thin line shifts through the sand, hinting that something long is moving below, as if the seabed slowly reveals a shape making its way toward a small object resting alone in the quiet blue space. As the shape clears, the snake eel comes into view, slithering in a smooth, straight path that carries it right beside the toy dinosaur, brushing past the tiny figure without slowing, leaving only drifting grains of sand swirling behind it. What quiet purpose guides a creature that simply passes by the strange object without stopping, fading back into the blue? In the warm Maldives water, a sudden stir breaks the calm, hinting that something bold is rushing through the blue, as if the sea is warning that one small creature has chosen to chase something much larger than itself today. As the view clears, a triggerfish shoots after a nurse shark, following close behind and trying again and again to bite at the shark's tail. And just when it seems ready to stop, the triggerfish rushes forward once more fiercely. What heat inside that small body drives it to chase a giant, turning quiet water into something far less calm?